Kneel.
Okay. Very dominatrix.
On her command, you fall to the floor.
That's my good little bird.
My love!
You're mine.
Hi. It is time to play more Slay the Princess. So, right now, I am playing a pacifist playthrough, and I've brought 3 vessels to the entity at the end of the game, the Shifting Mound. So, I'm hoping that we can bring 2 more. I don't know though, because I think I'm out of pacifist options. I've walked away and gotten the stranger, which was such an awesome surprise. I have brought the knife and not brought the knife twice. I've done both pacifist options for the damsel and the prisoner. I've locked myself in with the prisoner, and she has decapitated herself. And I got the I only want to make you happy damsel, and the loving damsel with mittens, good ending, which was so cute. So I think I might be out of pacifist options that I know of. And I don't want to Google anything and spoil the game for myself because this is the first time I've ever played. But I'm not really sure how to bring 2 more pacifist vessels to the Shifting Mound. So I don't know if we can do this or not, but I hope we can. So that's my plan. I hope to bring 2 more pacifist vessels and end the game never slaying the princess, but I'm not sure if we can at this point. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and comment below. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Let's get into it. Let's hopefully bring 2 more pacifist vessels and finish the game.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You take the blade from the table.
Who's there?
Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me. And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nuh-uh. I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Uh-oh. Oh no! Warn her is blacked out because I've already done all the pacifist options with the prisoner. Oh no. I didn't bring the blade downstairs, and Warn her is also grayed out with this one. I don't want to just say that I'm not going to get a pacifist playthrough, but I'm going to slay the princess and see if that can also lead to a pacifist option. I've never actually picked slay the princess. I've always picked warn her. So let's pick slay the princess in this menu for the very first time. See what happens.
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches, turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious?
I couldn't warn you, it was grayed out.
I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
Nope.
I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
Oh! Oh my god, I can still do it! Look, give up!
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker. You fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
This is so awesome. We've never gotten this. I love when we get something in Chapter 1 that we've never gotten.
If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she gets out.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground.
This is so different.
Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The tower. I am so excited and relieved. When I saw that Warn Her was completely grayed out with both princesses, I thought that was the end of our pacifist playthrough. But we're still in it. We're still in our pacifist playthrough. Yay! Ooh, who's our voice going to be?
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her And stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Broken! I've never gotten a Broken chapter where Broken is our main voice with us. Broken is hilarious. My favorite Broken quote was when he's like, dead, 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 dead.
I think we're dead, and that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Broken is great. I've never gotten a Broken chapter. Oh yay, this will be fun.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Which is so true. She has killed us. I don't even know how many times the princess has killed us at this point. So yeah, Broken is just being realistic at this point.
You're being annoying.
No, he's not. I love Broken.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her.
Oh, I will.
I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible.
Are those going to be my two pacifist options? I'm curious.
Please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
What's our cabin going to look like?
The interior of the
Ooh.
cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Wow. Usually it's just like a little table in the corner. This is so cool. There's even a ladder. This is a cool appearance.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
Because everything is so huge.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Oh, maybe during my next playthrough, I'll ignore the mirror and never go up to it because I think I've gone up to it every single time. So in my next playthrough, I will just ignore the mirror and see if that changes anything. I don't think it will, but maybe it does.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
But if I ignore the mirror, then I won't get the funny reaction that the voices give me. I love Smittens. We could have a feather out of place.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
But I will. My next playthrough, I'll ignore the mirror. I'm going to enter the basement without the blade.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed.
Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I liked the sound effect of that door opening.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
This staircase reminds me of the staircase in the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Huh. This is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, I like this staircase.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Booming.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Ooh.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there.
Yeah, usually Broken's never wanted to do anything.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort,
Oh.
every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers
Ooh.
over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Wow. Look at this princess. She's floating like the ghost, but she's clearly not dead. She's some kind of deity in a temple. Wow.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
I'm trying to do a pacifist playthrough, and I think I'm still in it, even though I had to pick Slay the Princess. I didn't. I'm okay with this, and I think we're still doing pacifist.
And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Yeah, that's awful. I'm with Broken.
Kneel.
Okay. Very dominatrix. I'm gonna cut that out, maybe.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me.
Only because I had
And yet
to.
here you are again, this time groveling at my feet. What a wretched sight. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then.
There really wasn't. It was grayed out.
There's nothing we can do to stop her now.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before, and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
I don't think I can refuse her, sorry.
Are you serious? Just don't say anything. How hard can it be to not say anything?
You haven't felt her angelic fingers run along the edges of your mind. You haven't felt her nails dig into your thoughts.
Okay. You're supposed to end the world.
You weak-willed buffoon.
No, I just like the princess and hate you, narrator.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Whoa, how she looks there reminds me of Galadriel when she's like, "You will love me and despair." That's what she reminds me of right now, in that position with her eyes all blackened.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Absolutely.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
What would you have me do? What do you have planned? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. Oh, you can be whatever you want to be. Oh, I like that one. I'm going to probably say that one. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything. What happened to you after I died? Oh, I also really like to ask that in Chapter 2. I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her. We'll do that eventually, but just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps. Or a pet.
I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Yeah, I love the princess.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
Done.
My love!
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me.
Interesting. That's how she sees the voices?
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Ooh, look at the stained window. It's a bunch of hands and a sun.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
Ah!
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
I love this. You tell him.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Oh.
Rise, my little bird.
So did she just kill the narrator?
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Oh, this is so cool. She's controlling the narrator. The narrator's font is pink now, and they spoke at the same time. She's controlling the narrator. Ah.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
This is so cool. She's controlling what the narrator's saying. Break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
This is so cool.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Take her hand. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. I don't want to look at us.
Approach the mirror. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. So it should be you've withered, right? Because we've had it's you've grown. I'm pretty sure we're up to withered. Or maybe unraveled. We're either up to withered or unraveled. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Oh! Look at that. She's so huge compared to the hands. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Look how huge she is. She's like a giant, and the hands only cover her eyes. Normally they're holding her entire body. Wow.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. I like that one. Do you think that something is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? I'm definitely going to ask that because I want the thoughts on this vessel. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Oh, I definitely want to say that. Oh my god, I want to say all these. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? I have to ask that. Oh my god, I have to ask that right now in case it goes away.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Yes, and this playthrough I'm going to talk to him and ask him all the questions. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
I like that answer. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Oh, that's interesting and different. For she would not be able to mourn you. Huh. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
There's trees and stars and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you? I like to check. It's supposed to be one more.
One.
Okay.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Do you think there's anything real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. She controlled the narrator. That was so awesome. So I think we're still in the Pacifist playthrough, but I'm worried that because the princess was like,
The last time we met, you tried to kill me.
and we picked Slay the Princess, I don't think it was possible for me to get an ending where the game thinks I'm pacifist, because I don't think the game considers that pacifist. But I consider it pacifist because we gave up and we didn't slay the princess.
You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet.
So I think I'm still in the pacifist playthrough, but I don't think the game thinks that I'm still in the pacifist playthrough. So I'll probably still get the same ending. However, somebody told me that there's another way to get a pacifist ending, but not just like immediately join her. So I'm going to ask her all the questions in the world, and I'm also going to ask the narrator all the questions in the world and see if we can get like some differences in the ending. So yeah, kind of, now it's more of like a gray area. We're kind of pacifist at this point. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and comment below. Do you think we're still pacifist, or do you think I just ruined my pacifist playthrough? Bye.
Kneel.
On her command, you fall to the floor.
That's my good little bird.
My
Am I
love!
that magnificent?
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Ah! Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.